Wanted to spend a couple minutes and just walk through the schedule for the class and make sure that you understand how this class is laid out. So allow me to share my screen and walk through that schedule. So here is the tentative schedule for multivariable calculus this quarter. You can find it on my webpage, people.highline.edu/dwilson. And I just want to walk you through what you see here. First of all, you'll see that today is dedicated to introductions and making sure everyone understands the class. And then I have outlined a schedule where we'll spend a couple days talking about double integrals over polar regions, and then a couple days on triple integrals, and then a couple more days on triple integrals. You'll see that most sections, but not all, have 2 days assigned to them. Right in the middle of the class, you'll see that we spend about 3 weeks going back to chapter 10 and talking about infinite series. I think about this like an infinite interlude in the middle of our beautiful multivariable calculus class. It'll give you a chance to digest what happened with double and triple integrals before we need to apply that material at the end of the class when we do the vector calculus. There's certainly no prerequisite of physics for this class, but those of you that have had physics, I think, are really going to enjoy what happens at the end of the class, as this class seems to dovetail really nicely with a lot of the stuff that happens in physics. In the center column about homework, you'll see the deadlines for the homework. These are the posted deadlines via the Excel document. The real deadlines that matter are the ones that are in my labs online. And so, whereas this deadline may list itself as 4/10, I believe if you go online, you'll find that that deadline is actually Sunday night at midnight. This deadline lists itself as Wednesday the 15th. That deadline would actually be Wednesday the 15th at midnight. And so if you're looking for when homework is due, please look online in my labs for the actual dates and deadlines. Also, if you see something that looks wrong in my labs, by all means, feel free to ask me and I can verify whether it's correct or an adjustment needs to be made. In terms of the logic, my basic logic for deadlines is as follows. Here we spend 2 days on 16.3, and 2 days later, the homework for 16.3 is due. 2 days on 16.4, 2 lectures later, the homework for 16.4 is due. 2 lectures on 16.6, 2 lectures later, the homework for 16.6 is due. So there's always a little bit of a lag before the homework is due. Right here at the beginning of the class, there's some special things happening. There's an intro survey that I emailed out to you last week. That's due tonight. If you don't have that, make sure you check your email or send me a note in Slack. Tomorrow, there's a no calculus required review of polar coordinates, and we'll talk just a little bit about that today. There's a skills check. These are prerequisite skills that will help you in chapter 16 that's due on Wednesday. And then there's a somewhat challenging homework assignment around the calculus of polar coordinates that's due Thursday night. And if you go on YouTube, you can find the video lecture that I recorded on Friday that will explain how all that's happening. Finally, every Monday of the class, we have an assessment. I've tried to outline which sections are going to be on that assessment, and I will try to post a subsequent video explaining how those assessments work. But most of you have already read those details online, assuming you've been tracking with your email this week. So I hope that helps you to understand how the calendar for this class is constructed. I'm looking forward to working with all of you. I tend to follow schedules pretty well for those of you that have worked with me in the past, but we also all know that we live in a strange world. This is a strange time and place. And so I want to work with you. I hope you want to work with me, and we will adjust as we need to, trying to enjoy calculus to the best of our abilities as we go through this amazing adventure / pandemic together. So take care, and I hope this video was helpful to you.